Student Voice. I'm Shaun Bowman. Students here at Chattanooga State have the opportunity to learn about radio with WAWL station. So, how long have you been broadcasting?
The station started in 1980, so it's been a while. It wasn't always the WAWL until about 10 years after that. So, all in all, I would say about 38 years. I'm not a math major, so
Not a mathematician.
right.
I'll say personally, I've been broadcasting for about 5 or 6 years now. Started out with an online radio show back in 2013, 2014, and then came here in 2015 and started broadcasting through here.
Nice, nice. What is some advice that you have for students who want to get into broadcasting?
It's honestly one of the easiest things to do. Everybody gets nervous their first couple of shifts because I'm the one that teaches the students in their radio booths. So everybody's always nervous their first shift, but after that, I mean, it's real easy to do, and so it's not too hard to be able to learn how to run a station by yourself.
Very cool, very cool. How do you like working for Chattanooga State?
Well, it was okay until they sold the frequency in about 2008, and now we're just on the internet. But as far as Chattanooga State, that's one of our goals besides training students to get into the field, the radio or television. It's to let people know what's going on campus or in the community. So I think we do a good job.
Mm-hmm. What are some do's and don'ts that you would not do or don't as a broadcaster?
A couple of the don'ts are don't cuss. A lot of people think, oh, well, there's certain words that you can say, but it looks bad. A lot of the do's is just have fun. Do what you love to do. If you love talking about sports, talk about sports. If you love talking about entertainment shows, talk about entertainment shows. We had somebody last year talk about Big Brother, his entire show, which, I mean, he got a lot of listeners for it, and he just did what he loved.
I think that a lot of people try to stay relevant, and they do throw the curse words. I've seen Charles Barkley do it. And,
Yeah.
How do you feel about the music you play for your listeners?
Well, musically, I mean, we play basically everything. If the language is okay, it's fair game. Now, Dakota likes more of the metal side of things. I, being a little older,
Just a little.
It's what they call AAA in the radio world, which is things like Jack Johnson or a little more
John
sedate.
Mayer.
Yes, exactly. And there may be one station that's kind of playing things like that, except their signal is bad, and so there aren't many people out there that try and cover this kind of music.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We play a lot of stuff too that a lot of people don't get to hear. It's just
That's one thing that we do is if a student has music that they want to play, they can bring it to one of us and we'll edit it and put it on for them. We try to play as much music as people want to hear. So we play top hits, we play 80s, 90s. Like Don said, I do heavier metal, alternative punk. And so, I mean, it's a wide variety of music for any taste of music.
That's nice. That's nice. I like to have a variety.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything changed for you since you became a broadcaster? Either of you guys?
You mean as far as the station goes?
Just changed for you as a person.
Well, I've always been around music. Used to play it a long time ago, probably before you were born. And being able to expose people to the different kinds of music is what I find. I mean, I've been doing this over 30 years.
Right.
And every single day I hear something I've never heard before. You would think that you'd have heard everything a few years ago. But no, and that's what I love about it, is that there's so much music out there that you'll never hear everything. And we try and cover all the bases, but we have to kind of play things that some people are familiar with, because people, as a general rule, like to feel comfortable. So we try and hook people in with some of the classic, well, classic's a little different now. Anything from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, just things that people really remember from their childhood, I guess. I hate to say that 90s is somebody's childhood, but that's, they hear that and then they're around to hear the music that isn't even out yet. A lot of the new heavier rotation music is probably going to hit, I know some of the stuff I've been putting in this week won't come out on CD until March, some even as far as May.
Oh, wow.
So they kind of dangle a couple of singles out there and people get to hear it, and then in a few months they'll actually hear it on a commercial station and go, we played that months ago.
Yeah.
So
I know personally for me, the one thing that kind of made me learn the most about, or the best thing about being on broadcasting, is when you're out in the world and somebody recognizes your voice. Because with the other station that I work at, I was heading to work for another job, and somebody's like, do you work at this radio station? I was like, yeah. And they're like, I heard you this morning. You were awesome. And so it was just like, people know who I am now.
Made you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being able to impact people.
Right, right. Well, that's it for this episode of Student Voice. For more about the student radio program, visit wawl.org, and have a great day.